Alright, Mr. Truth, man. I'm back again. Let me roll these windows up, man. It's a lot of noise. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I'd be hot for a little bit. Yeah, man, I'm back again, man. Man, the thing about, alright, I'm gonna tell you something about me, bro. I want the smoke, bro. I like the smoke. I'm from East Baltimore, bro. I'm from East Baltimore, bro. Anybody that ever been to Baltimore, you know it's a different monster, bro. You know it's different, bro. I mean, I'm not saying we better or nothing like that. Every state got hoods and all that. But I'm saying Baltimore is just a different energy, bro. Like, I ain't saying we tougher, we not bulletproof or none of that. What I'm saying is just a different energy, bro. And anybody that been to Baltimore can tell you that. It's a totally different energy, bro. I come from an animalistic, I won't even say that. I say I come from the wolves. You raise everybody as a wolf. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, you got lions, wolf, you got snakes too, you got all that. But anyway, I get entertainment. Yeah, I get entertainment too. Narcissists like to play. I like to play too. Because I know the rules. Okay. What I'm getting at is narcissists use debating as a tactic to get you down on their level. So it starts out a regular conversation, right? So what you have to do is pay attention to how many times they disagree with you. And a lot of times they even disagree with their self. This is how crazy it is. This is how you know you're debating or you're talking to a narcissist. Everything is a debate with them. The reason is they need to drag you into an argument so they can bring your spirit down. This is how it works. But once you recognize this, they can no longer grab you into or take your energy because you saw this game before. And this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to put that out there, you know, through the Most High, man, you know. So you watch out for younger people because I'm 46, man. Well, I'm about to turn 46 in November. But, you know, I'm older now, so I done been through a lot of stuff. I had like 11 friends that have been killed. A couple of them been shot, you know. Well, actually a lot of them been shot. But, you know, people just die, you know. One man, Coop, he got killed up in the alley, man. Shot at him. The other dude, Marcus, he got shot 5 times in the chest, man. You know, of course, I think everybody knows somebody that probably locked up if you from the block. You know what I'm saying? You from the hood, bro. You know what I mean? But that's because you from the hood. Down when you guys has to keep that mentality. All right. Anyway, you know, this is what they do, man. They drag you into debates. Now, start off as a regular conversation. Pay very close attention on how many times he's trying to disagree with you in a conversation. A lot of times you can do this. You can switch it up and start agree with him, and then we'll go actually the opposite. This is how crazy these people is. They don't care about logic. They don't care about finding a solution. It's all about stealing your energy. That's it. They're empty inside. They need to be filled up. This is why they love debating. This is why they love arguing. They're very empty, bro. So everything is a debate with them. So what happens is, okay, you go, you can say something crazy. You can say something small like, hey, man, the sky is blue. You're like, I don't know, the sky is blue, man. If you reflect the light, because the sun comes up at a certain angle, and that's where the sky is blue, and then that how I get, and then really it's not blue. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as you get something like that, it's time to have some fun. It's time to have fun. Because you know what that person is, bro. You know what he about. You know what his purpose is. His purpose is, to bring your spirit down and to just have a debate with you. Maybe because he's jealous. Maybe because he don't like you. And maybe because he's a Satanist narcissist. That's 90% what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie to you. If somebody debating like that, they ruled by Satan. Period. So, watch out for stuff like that. Now, what happens is, once you go into this debate, they're going to try to debase you. So watch out for that. They're gonna be taking little shots at you. Hey man, you need to read more books, brother. Something like that. You're like, bro, you're like, now it's time to play the game. Because they try and throw shots at you. Like, oh, I do read, brother. You always keep calm. I do read, brother. You're gonna see them. The calmer you get, or the calmer you become, the more they trying to get you out your character. Because you need that energy. So what happens is, what I do, as soon as I see this, I let them go for a little while. And I say, you got it, brother. You got it. And they be like, they be like, because they don't want the debate to end. They want it to keep going forever, to be honest with you. They don't want it to end. They're not looking for a solution. They're not looking for a resolution, solution, whatever you want to call it. An answer, nothing. They're not trying to grow. They're trying to bring you down to their bottom level, their base level. So what I do is, I say, all right, you got it, brother. You right. Now, a lot of times what you're going to see is they might try to change the subject and talk and try to debate something else. Whatever you come up with, or whatever they come up with, they're trying to drag you into a debate. So what happens is, they're going to get all hot and bothered, right? And that's when, this what you do. It's simple. You say, you got it, brother, and you walk away. Once you do that, in the middle of a conversation, they are left with that energy. They try to get that energy to you, so you can feel bad. You can walk off and be talking like, man, that nigga, that. That's what they want. And this is how they feed that. This is how they get your energy. This is how they fill that self up. But once you recognize this, now it becomes fun for you. Because you know that they Satan worshipers, or they devil worshipers, and they don't want nothing at all. They don't want anything except for you, to see you destroyed, man. And so I would say this. I would suggest never to debate them. I'm not going to lie. I would suggest, to keep it moving. So, because they try to get you, what they try to do is get you at angles. So it might be a religious angle. It might be something you care about. And if you're not aware of this, or you're beginning, You might get your emotions dragged into it. You never get your emotions dragged. As a man, you never really supposed to get your emotions dragged into things. You never supposed to show your emotions, period, to be honest with you. I mean, you can show your emotions. I'm saying your mother died or something like that. Of course, you're going to show your emotions, bro. You're going to be like, you're going to be sad. You're going to be this and that. You get what I'm saying? But as a man, you never supposed to lose your cool, bro. And that's that whole purpose, is to get you to lose your cool and to come down to that base level and debate. This is why in the middle of debating, they're throwing shots, because they want you to throw shots back at them. That way y'all can, it'll go to another level. It'll just go to Neanderthal, what's it called? Neanderthal hood level, you know what I'm saying? Hood level tactics. Or basically you basically going down to the bottom of just name calling like you was in elementary school now. Hey man, your shoes dirty. I see why you got on dirty shoes. You can't even get your hair cut. Now it's going down to you didn't went past the subject that y'all was talking about, and now you just degrading each other. So now they done brought you down to that level. And next comes violence, or next comes them trying to incite you to violence. This is how it works. You have to be aware of who you're talking to immediately. And you do this by just having one little conversation. To be honest, and it could be a short one. Do you believe in God? Right? You don't even know it. There's people, you could be talking to a person, you don't even believe in God, bro. You already know right there, it's over. It's over right there. That dude is gone. He's gone. Another one is, right? Do you think $10,000 is a lot of money? Now, to any grown adult, $10,000 is a lot of money, bro. But if somebody thinks $10,000 is a lot of money, you need to get the hell away from them. Because they'll line you up for a Snickers bar, bro. No bull, man. These dudes will line you up for a Snickers bar. A Klondike bar. A pack of now laters. I'm going old school, man. Penny candy, nigga. They line you up for some penny candy. A Popeye's biscuit, nigga. A $5 meal at McDonald's, nigga. They'll line you up for it. These are the worst people in the world. These are the garbage men. I won't say garbage man, because garbage, we need people to take our trash out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong, but I used to be a janitor. So ain't nothing wrong. I'm not going to say garbage man. I didn't say they garbage, though. They garbage. So, this is just my, I had to come back on it, man, because I be, going through little situations, and I'll be laughing at it. To me, it's entertainment, bro. Because once you know how to deflect and move, everything just becomes, it just becomes, you be like, man, this is crazy. This becomes entertainment at that point. You just be looking at them like the idiots, bro. I'm not lying. I'm not, you be like, damn, these people are really stupid. These people is really stupid. Like, they don't want nothing in life, It's very sad, man. You got a lot of these people out here like this, man, but there's a lot of people, man, that don't want to work for, they don't want to work for nothing. They just want to sit around and collect. And it's very sad, but it's just a fact of life, man. I was taught at an early age, man, I had to grind. My father wouldn't give me too much, man. And I was hustling ever since I was like, I had to be like 7 to 10 years old, bro. I used to carry people bags to their car, from when they come from the supermarket. Hey, miss, you need some help with your bags? Boom. You go help the person with their bags, man. They throw you a couple dollars. and you done made, as a youngin, you done made $40, $50, $60 or whatever, and that's a lot when you're young, bro. When you like 10 years old, and you know what I'm saying. You should shovel snow, man, in the wintertime, clear people front. You know, the path. I think I made a path like $10, $15 for a path, and you want me to shovel the whole front. It was like $20, $25. So I do 5 houses, man. I get $100 or whatever in less than an hour, or 2 or 3 or whatever. Make $100 within 3 hours. I used to hustle, and a lot of people don't want to hustle, bro. A lot of people don't want to grind. I like to grind because I'm a man, and I like to have my own. I don't like to ask people for stuff. Now, I'm not saying I've never been down. I never had to ask nobody for nothing. But I'm saying that I would say I would more so borrow, you know what I'm saying, and give it back than just be begging. That just, as a man, no man should be begging nobody for nothing, bro. Especially if it's all this money out here. There's so much money out here in this world, bro. Nobody should be begging nobody for nothing. I be seeing grown-ass men with both arms and both legs begging on the corner, man. These young dudes, man. And I'm like, man, this is sad. These dudes got all their arms, all their legs, and they begging. And they don't want to hustle, bro. They won't want nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. That's why I'm happy my father actually pushed me for a lot of things. And being raised in East Baltimore is tough, man. I got in a lot of fights, man. Ever since I was in elementary school, I'm fighting. It's a tough city, man. Selling drugs, stealing cars, robbing niggas. I did all that, bro. Just dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing dumb stuff. When you're young, you just learn a lot. I mean, that's why, actually, I'm happy that I went through all that because it made me the person I am today. You learn a lot of lessons. You learn what to do, what not to do. You know what I'm saying? In life. What's important to you, what's not important to you. And thanks to the Most High, He helped me to become the person I am today. And my parents, But that's all I got to say, man. It's Mr. Truth, man. Watch out for the betas, man. They will try to come, and that's a technique they use. It's different techniques. That's one of them. Is many of them. I'm trying to get. This is why I talk to them, because I'm trying to get the information back to y'all, and different techniques that they use, so you can watch out for. And that way you don't have to go through a lot of the stuff. You could just avoid it, or what it is before it even come, bro. That's all I'm trying to do. Is watch out for people that love Christ like me, man. That's all I want. All right. It's Mr. Truth out, man. It's getting hot in this car. All right. I'm out.